Ladies and gentlemen, hello, my name is Story, and in today's video we're going to be having a chinwag about the Destiny 2 PC beta that we've just been playing. Now, if you're like myself, you'll be sitting in front of your PC right now with a bit of a sad face on your face. And sitting with no clothes, having them clean blown off your body by how impressive and how much fun the beta was to play. Now, if you're a PC gamer, you know what heartache feels like, because many FPS games in the last 10 years have been released in shockingly unplayable states with bugs and problems and all kinds of issues. So having an actual playable game that felt really stable and responsive is quite a feat. It's quite a shocking thing. So yeah, it was smooth as hell. I was playing Destiny when everything felt pretty damn crisp, you know, from the get-go, and I was quite shocked because just before the beta was available for preload, Bungie released a list of known issues that you could encounter whilst playing the PC beta. So I was expecting some rough chop. However, even with my old PC, it's about 5 years old now, so it's not like a dinosaur or anything. However, it's by no means current tech, I would say. But I was getting between 80 and 120 frames on medium graphic settings. Game looks stunning. I mean, that's a fantastic frame rate. I could whack everything up to full, but I was getting around 40, 45 frames, which is not so good for playing PvP. Negatives. Let's talk about some of the negatives I experienced. My first problem was input lag. A few of you have been experiencing input lag. For those that don't know what input lag is, it's basically a delay from your control system to what you're seeing on screen. Obviously, they're pressing buttons and then there being a delay to the actual actions that you see on screen. On console, there is a set amount of input lag. On PC, you have the opportunity to at least try and reduce it by... There's many ways that you can try and reduce your input lag. I won't bore you with how you do that right here and now, but for example, in a game like Overwatch, there is a graph, an information graph, that you can tell how many milliseconds delay your control system has. So at least that gives you an indication if it's too... You know, there's too much of a delay. You can do something about it. There wasn't one with the Destiny 2 beta, so but I could tell considerable input lag, and you could tell by just losing gunfights that there's no way that you should be losing. It's very frustrating. Mine was linked to having dual displays. By disabling one of my displays, that reduced the input lag tremendously, and I was able to compete again. So that was the #1 problem. I know a lot of people have issues with input lag, and that was it pretty much for the technical side of things. In terms of the stability of the game, there was some lag because it's peer-to-peer. Networking again, isn't it really? But there was some lag here and there. Invincible players not taking damage, and it's to be kind of expected with a peer-to-peer system. It's not the best, is it? But that's what we've got to play with. In fact, if you're interested in learning about the system that Destiny 2 employs for networking, I can recommend a tremendously amazing YouTuber by the name of Battle Nonsense that did a very incredible analysis of Destiny 2 beta. BC Beta's networking, for example. I'll drop the link to that in the description. Go and check it out. It's very interesting stuff for those of you who want to know more about the networking. And the thing that really opened up my eyes and made me laugh was there is a number of dedicated servers that are being constantly communicated with whilst you're playing a game of PvP. However, they aren't from the client to client. It's not from player to player. It's information going backwards and forwards to Bungie servers in the United States. But anyway, what else was good? Hand cannons. Oh my god, hand cannons. It was like year one all over again. It was like a party for hand cannon users. It was just, oh yes, please don't nerf them. They were so much fun. Hipfire on PC probably needs a tweak because there seemed to be no inaccuracy, or rather no advantage to aiming down sights for the majority of the time. It's hard habit for me to break because I am an ADS-aholic. I will ADS when in any game that has it. It just feels natural to me. However, I watched a lot of very competent PC players just refusing to ADS. There was no point, they said, because there's no accuracy penalty for hipfire. So in close quarters, being able to hit fire very accurately, if you're a good shot, if you've got a good aim, is very powerful indeed. So I would expect that to possibly get a tweak. However, I wouldn't be pissed off if it didn't. I know a lot of people were very angry about the fact that aim assist was available for controllers. I don't think I'm going to cover that in this video because it's a huge subject and many people have covered this already. Maybe we'll talk about it on the Planet Destiny podcast on Sunday if you want to tune in. We can have a good old conflab with a bunch of us there so you get more than just my opinion on it. But yeah, things are looking rosy for the PC release. Back to networking again, we've got a different system. I'm hoping this is going to spread out to console as well, because we've got regions. In the Blizzard app, you can select what region you want to play in, whether it's going to be Asia, EU, or the United States of America, which is a fantastic addition. One of my biggest gripes with Destiny 1 networking was the fact that regions had no respect. You were constantly lumped in with all nations of the entire galaxy and solar system, especially for EU players. Unfortunately, EU is going to be classified as a much larger region than what it should be. For example, I suspect Australia is going to be lumped in with EU, as well as perhaps even Africa, which is a very silly thing to do, but maybe I don't think there's going to be South African regions as well as Australia. Australia really does need a region of its own, you know, because being so far away from everything there, it's no fun for players to be playing a game and then being forced to play with players that are much further away, especially on a peer-to-peer system. But anyway, we'll see what happens with the full release. It was nice to have those regions available. Things were crispier for sure. They were definitely more responsive than what they were for the console beta. It felt very responsive indeed. So the future is very bright for the PC version, but let's hold 100% judgment until release. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for watching this video. If you played the PC beta, please share your experiences in the comment sections down below. I'll look forward to having a conflab with you. Until the next time though, folks, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and remember, smoke us a kipper. We'll be back for breakfast.